What's up, guys? I'm shooting this video here. I want to explain to you what happened on Friday. Got a pretty good job. Friday about 2 o'clock, I get a inquiry from my Market app that it's not too far from my shop here, a transfer station, one of those big places that have like 300 bays, tractor trailers back up into and so forth. That last week that they punctured 250 gallons of honey on the ground. Well, they did their procedure and cleaned it up and put the corn cob like speedy dry down and all, but we know that stuff, just like cooking oil or grease, whatever, got pounded into the concrete, backed up by running over with those forklifts. Now this place here has got like 90 forklifts flying around. I'm from Jersey. I feel more comfortable running across the parkway during the 4th of July weekend than it is walking around this transfer station. These guys are freaking nuts. They got 8-foot forks, dragging on the ground, flying back and forth. Pretty scary shit. Anyway, they call me. I called them back and I said, listen, I'll be over there within an hour. I said, be ready for me. I said, if this is something you're looking to get done, we need to get on the ball. So I get there, the floor manager there, his boss is there, another gentleman's there. And I let them talk. Don't be so quick to hop in. Let them explain, let them tell you their whole situation. Put that in the back of your mind and think about price-wise. I mean, this has nothing to do with square foot, really has nothing to do with time. It does, but you have to count, you can't just go by square foot in this business. You can't just go by time. You also got to look at the perceived value of what you're giving them and the service that you're offering them, and you need to get paid. Is $1 a square foot a lot? No. Not really, not when you have to clean it possibly 2 or 3 times, or the infrastructure you have to set up to do it. When I got there, they explained that it happened last week. They've been driving around, and this weekend would be the perfect time to have it cleaned. And I asked them why, and they said because on Saturday night, at around midnight, they go from 90 forklift guys to like 30 because of the holiday. And they asked me if that was okay. What are my hours? When can I come? I said, listen, you got the money, I'll be here. Told them flat out. I said, listen, I have no doubt we can clean this, but I have to ask you a few questions. Number one, most important one, we got 3,600 square foot. We look like we have to clean it about 3 times to be efficient. Do you have water? No. Huge facility, city blocks long, not one spigot. They said there is water at the truck shop, at the repair shop, which is like 4 football fields away. So there it says I have to bring my water buffalo with me. Before that, we found a hydrant, tried to call the town, no one was answering it. Someone did get back to me, and you can forget about it on a Friday before a holiday for them to put down a spigot or expedite a meter on the fire hydrant. But it works out well. I get paid for my trailer that I built. So I said, listen, I said, this is going to take thousands of gallons of water. I have to, since you have no water supply, I have to bring my trailer. And this is like this. That's one of the perks of you getting in touch with me and me doing the job, is I have the ability to supply that type of water. So you got to remember, we got like 2 hours into the estimate. Me to go get my water trailer. This is Saturday night. We're talking Friday. I went and got it that night and hooked it up to their water and let it fill. And basically I told them, I said, listen, it's going to take you about 2 or 3 times to clean. I said, it will be like the day it was poured. Bear some imperfections in the concrete, like tire marks or paint or what have you, but all this grease, everything will be gone. And we're looking at about $3,600. And I said, it'll be done. And I said, listen, you have to let me know by 5 o'clock. So I, right there and then, put the estimate together right in front of the gentleman, emailed it to him, and said, listen, by 5 o'clock, I need approved okay for me to start setting up my infrastructure to do this job. Not 5:01 at 10 after 5. 5:01, I'm done for the weekend. You guys are, you got to move on this now. They did. By the time I walked out to my truck, ping, it was signed, the whole thing. Got the water trailer, connected it, started filling up with water, went back to the shop, filled up all my caustic soda because it's going to take about 10 gallons of heavy caustic, and then I follow up with an acid wash afterwards. But like I said, they needed something. I had the ability to do it. I had the equipment to do it. Their obstacles were hour at night and water. And basically, we took care of that. Now, a lot of these companies, they have people to answer to. So as long as they're comfortable and knowing you're going to handle it and not say, oh, maybe we can, this water's a problem. No, it's going to be handled. We're taking care of it, but you're going to pay. I mean, that's it. And 90% of the times, companies like that will pay because you know what? It's one thing off their shoulders. It's going to be taken care of, and it's going to make everybody in that warehouse happy because when I was there, they were all like, are you going to clean this mess up? This is crazy. So this first picture here I'm going to show you is me with my water trailer. You see how we have it hooked up here. We dropped it off the day before, like that night before, let it fill up 1,600 gallons. And then you see me here on my truck. We have this tank here, 525, and then if you look on the back of the on my truck, you'll see the tote. That's another 330 gallons. So we come with almost 1,000 gallons on the truck, 1,600 gallons in the trailer. And then this next picture here is basically where you see it roped off. That's about 3,600 square foot. We came in, we roped it off. And along with downstreaming our caustic soda, getting the temperature up to over like 200 degrees and just emulsifying things, we also had a backpack blower and a walk-behind leaf blower to try to contain the water runoff because we know this is not pitched properly. If it became a problem, I let them know beforehand that we might be taking some of their spill containment, like those pig rolls or whatever the hell you want to call it, and using theirs to contain the water if needed. So I let them know beforehand because at that point, I don't want to, if they have it, I'll use theirs. Number one, it will raise up the ticket price. Number two, I won't be using my supply because I do have some, but I would have had to get more from the warehouse, which was impossible at Friday on a holiday. And then this next picture here, you see me with the surface cleaner. You see all that steam. That's a pretty hot night. And I mean, we're working at 270 degrees here. Now, this ain't me with the thermostat 200 degrees. My gauge reads 200 degrees coming out of this burner at 10 gallons a minute. So this Farley here is really working. Now, you also have to remember with this $1 a square foot, diesel $6 a gallon. That it blew all the water off. That took off the whole top layer, and there was still some more. Spray more caustic soda down, let that eat for a while. Surface cleaned it, blew everything off the dock, all the water with the backpack and the walk behind. And this next photo you see here, you see how the haze is? You think it's clean after the caustic, and then we follow up with our muriatic acid mixture, and we spray it, and it gets it that next level cleaner. And you can see right here, this is what we do. For a lot of our other customers as well. We go ahead and hit with heavy caustic, then come in with the acid, and it takes that next level of haze right off, and then it leaves that concrete pretty white and chalky looking when we're done. All right, guys, so like I was saying, stop giving shit away, you know, and your service is valued. I mean, look at a hazmat cleanup. You think it's really worth a couple $100,000 when they show up? No, but they have the tools, the equipment, and the ability to do it, and they're doing it right. And for you guys to have the right equipment, you could charge accordingly. And that was it. And they were happy as could be. I went back, today is Tuesday. I went back today and looked at it. And of course, you know, an hour after they took the tape down and drove, you know, a couple hundred forklifts over, it kind of looked the same, but in the corners, you can see how white it was. They're really nice. He was happy. He thanked me. I told him if they ever get any other spills or anything like that, you know who to call. He said, absolutely. He goes, we're looking to possibly clean some other places up in the bays. I said, great. It's not necessarily going to be $1 a foot, but it will be more than 50 cents a square foot. And we'll do it in sections. And we can bang out most of your terminal over the next few weeks or a few months or however you want to do it. All right, guys. Well, like I said, $1 a square foot, is that a lot? Not really. It's all about, you got to look at the whole picture. Just like that video I did of me doing that 25,000 square foot driveway. Had to have the water trailer there. A lot of hours before you even start the job. And plus, get paid for your equipment. Get paid for your knowledge. get paid for the ability to have it done, and these guys don't have to worry about it again. All right? So there's 25 cents, 30 cents, whatever it might be, gets thrown out the roof on a lot of situations. That's about it. That's my rant for now. All right, guys? Keep on spraying them. Remember, we're not in the business of cleaning things. We're in the business of making money. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it.